Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa Namo Buddhaya Namo Dhammaya Namo Sanghaya. So hello to all of you across the United States. This is the first time people will see this type of expression on my face. This is the first time where I'm actually sitting and not standing to give a talk. Some talks are better that you sit, that I sit. The hurricane wind has, I believe, now dropped down to Category 2. It was howling here, and the lights were flickering. We may hear some radio chatter from first responders on all the radios that you see behind me, which is connected. Each radio has a particular function. Fire, rescue, PD, sheriff's office. The yellow one here is for FRS radio in case there's no cell tower or service. We were prepared for everything, and then the alarm went off. This is the first time where I experienced something like this in 30 years here in Florida. So it was quite, we were prepared for everything, except for the fire alarm going off. And before the fire alarm went off, they told all the units to not respond to emergencies, to stay put. I'm sorry, it's just a lot of emotions running through my mind, a lot of things going through my mind. This hurricane obviously destroyed our city, destroyed St. Petersburg. It blew off the top of the Tropicana field. So if you look up Tropicana Field on Google, or if you catch a glimpse of it live right now, we're live, you can see the Tropicana Field's roof just gone. Inside the Tropicana Field is a bunch of beds in there, and I believe it was for first responders to rest. I think that's what they said. There's a lot of information tonight across the news media and everything. Something told me to tell all of you when I was in California that it only takes one hurricane to destroy everything. Something also told me the same thing about California, which is it only takes one earthquake to change everything. And now it has changed everything here in Florida. And there was an earthquake not too long ago, actually two, and they were in like the 4 point something, as I just recently got off the phone with Darren. I wanted to also say thank you for some of you who reached out to see if I was okay and all my students here okay. Very heartwarming, heartfelt, deep concern. And everyone knows that my uncle is former head of emergency management for Sarasota County, so some of the equipment you see behind me was provided for this hurricane, so that you guys can see that I'm okay. Got plenty of resources here, first aid kits, you name it. The lake nearby here is flooded to, I don't even know how high it is. Over and over again I said that I'm on the second story, and if the second story is flooded, then all of St. Pete is flooded. But we're not flooded on the second story, but downstairs look very concerning. Very, very concerning. Because this is one of the highest point in St. Petersburg. It's collectively, I can feel the energy of the city sitting here, giving you all this live talk. Collectively, I can feel the concern, the fear, the devastation, the impact. that this will have on our city. Again, 30 years here, I've never felt this type of wind. I've never seen this type of. And I think a couple years ago when I was out in the porch, and the clouds looked the way that, and the type of rain that came down, I told everyone that I have never seen such clouds. I've never seen the intensity of such rain. And historically, as we look how the newscasts give us a historical timeline of how each hurricane year after year becomes bigger and stronger, bigger and stronger. So yeah, it probably takes something like this for our leaders to do something about the climate change situation, because it's gonna hit where the wallet is, which is the insurance claims and FEMA's grants, the millions and millions of dollars of grants.
We're 97, 98 middle school with our 9 rescues. Never 51 back to the station. Go for it, 24/37.
We're hearing first responders scrambling to do their job and being reminded again over and over again by their supervisors to stay put, don't leave the station, stay put. I mean, the supervisor have actually run in front of the gate so that people wouldn't leave. That's how serious this storm did. And some of the city vehicles are heavily damaged. That was previously observed on the radio on my last live stream. And quite frankly, I don't know how we're going to recover from this, and it's going to take a very long time to recover from this. And it's like, anticipating how life's going to go back to normal for our working, average, middle-class Americans. I'm one of them. Everyone knows that I went back to work. Someone's calling. So again, the wind has died down. You can hear a little bit of it. Earlier you guys got to hear it because the window's right here on my left. And my prayers are with a lot of you across the city. And we're going to get through this. And I'll be out assessing the damage tomorrow when it's said and done. I wanted to thank all of our first responders who are risking their life, doing what they're doing, and the ham radio people out there who dedicated Channel 22 on the yellow radio, that if anyone experiencing emergency and have no cell service, then they would relay that. The ham radio people they're just amazing. Their antennas can reach all the way where I am, and this is the yellow radio here is like $100 from Walmart, and it would reach all these walls. So everyone's banding together to help people through it in case, because the type of wind that you see here that we're experiencing is unlike any other. Just stay tuned, and I'll just just wanted to make this video and let everyone know that it's dying down and we are okay and all my students are okay. We're well equipped, you can see, so my students are not far. They're running around here, and I'm responsible for them, my novices. Oh yeah, yeah. The world has never seen my face like this.
Car 5 to Charlie 2. Charlie good? Are you guys 97 at the hospital yet, or what's your fault?
The other thing that stuck out to me during all of this
He's 97.
is they called all. Oh, I don't want to fall.
Okay, copy that. What's your 52 on getting headache?
Is all of the emergency responders, first responders,
about 5 or 10 minutes.
had to pull back their
Alright,
outdoor.
copy. Once you're 1090 Fleet Building at Lake Avenue and Almer, and I'll get you further.
And for the people that experience this is why the death tolls climb. Is that when people are experiencing, and there were a lot of people experiencing medical issues, fire rescue could not get to them. So whoever is having a heart attack during the storm, and when they said it was like at its peak and most dangerous, so in my head, I'm just wondering the amount of death tolls that have arisen. This gives us a new perspective and respect. Give us new respect for hurricanes to come, when it does come. I think there's another one after this one. Oh man, wow, what a headache. What a headache. I'll get all the logistics together and for you. There's so many others going through this. Yeah, it hits hard, it hits deep into the heart, because I've been here 30 years in St. Pete. Every corner of St. Pete I've lived. And for some reason I've been able to dodge all of them. But this one just, and this one didn't even, the damage that it did, it didn't even hit us head on. It was south of us. We were expecting it. And just the fact that just the outskirt of it, or near the eyeball of the hurricane, and it's only a Cat 3, and it did this much damage. Oh my God. Oh, you should have been here. If you guys were here, you'd be praying to Buddha, Jesus, Allah, Vishnu, all of them. I was convinced that the way how it shook the window, that the window was gonna crack. These windows are old. They're not some of the newer windows that you see at like Bank of America. There's some windows are like some windows like you're never gonna get. No one can break in. Nothing can break the window. The technology is the window, but these are quite thin. These are like, I don't know, 40-year-old windows. And I was convinced at certain points, yeah, that I was gonna have to clean up.
Okay, copy that.
Clean up the glass off the ground. Terrible. Absolutely terrifying. And part of my job as an intern.
Yes, sir. I just spotted a vehicle past building 111 towards heading towards the cut. Can you catch on camera? I haven't seen it return
Yeah, but it's like a dark vehicle just past building 111, heading towards the cut. I haven't returned yet. Copy, sir. We'll keep eyes on the camera.
So I work as an interpreter, and um, this is part 2 for the TikTok that's recording right now over there. So I work as an interpreter, and I can only imagine the amount of phone calls I'm gonna get tomorrow from all of my clients here locally, my patients and client. Everyone knows that I'm a legal and medical interpreter, so not only for the insurance claims, but for health reasons, and I gotta get my notepad out, pen out, get ready to go, assess damage, take pictures for people's houses. Gotta start working some of these cases because they can't speak English, you know. And I gotta put it all together, and not to mention there's a couple things on the list. I'm still working cases from previous hurricanes, roof damages, and now this. So I just want to just get like crack a cackle. So out of all this, the refrigerator.
Down to 3-4 and all other units. It's been approved by incident command, and so electricians are out there scouting the property.
The refrigerator died right in the middle of the storm. The refrigerator is like 7 years old. Rather lose material things than lose life. So, gotta embrace it. The spiritual leaders are keep it strong, keep it together. Alright, well, just want to let you know that we'll get through this. My prayer is with all of you. I apologize for the frequent pauses, but this one did a number on us. And a lot of work to be done ahead in the days of tomorrow. So we got to gather ourselves, courage, strength, everything we got as who we are, the neighbors that we are, the neighbors that we can be. We'll get through this, folks. We'll get through this. This is when everyone bands together and come together and collectively work together and to rebuild again. Rebuild and be strong. So we just got to keep our heads up. Let that fire in your heart, that blue flame, the flame of love, the flame of courage, the flame to be there. And I'm determined, as much as all of you, and standing with all of you, we're going to get through this. And just look at Katrina, just look at Irma, just look at all of these previous hurricanes that did a number on New Orleans and elsewhere. And they had to rebuild. So, we're going to rise up, and we're going to do what needs to be done, because that's what Buddhism is, doing what needs to be done. We're going to get through this, and we're going to prepare for the next hurricane right behind this one. We're going to prepare like it's nobody's business. And we're going to be there for one another, through thick and thin, through it all. So, it did a number on us, but you know what? We're going to roll up our sleeves and help our neighbors. That's it. Bottom line. No matter what it takes. No matter how many resources it takes, no matter how many trucks it takes, how much time it takes, how much money it takes. It's gonna be done. Right there with you all. I'd like to conclude my live stream for tonight. A lot to be done. I need to get my rest and prepare for all the phone calls that there is to come. I'd like to thank a lot of you here in St. Pete in coming and supporting and making sure that I'm okay and making sure all of our neighbors are okay. And thank you for all of you wonderful good neighbors who went and patched up all of the boards. I mean, some of you guys are like Home Depot, walking, talking Home Depot with your drills and just drilling through the walls of concrete. That was amazing, see? Yeah, a lot of actions. You guys are just heroes in my eyes. Once again, thank you for all of the first responders across St. Pete Police, Pinellas County Sheriff, Largo PD, Pinellas Park PD, all of you in the state of Florida in mobilizing so quickly and doing everything that you can to save lives. You guys are just heroes. And you know what? That proof is right there. That little radio back there, I heard everything that you guys were doing. I heard commands. I heard Car 1. I heard the lieutenants, the captains. It was amazing to hear the logistics and see the map and everything. Thank you so much. We owe it to you now and forever. Forever grateful to have some of the first responders, the finest responders here in Pinellas.
Hey, was there an officer
So,
that came on the air earlier and said
see you all soon.
Water break at 2 and 13? Yeah, that's what I was Marine 1. Marine 1 still in channel?